Test. Test.
Yeah, do I be like those cool DJs? And one ear over, one ear under, or
What? Yeah. It's all good. Can you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of nervous, man.
3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the VoV podcast, Voices of Vic. I'm here with U of T varsity wrestling stud, frat leader, may I say?
I don't think so, but
Frat leader. I'm here with Phil Amitan, ladies and gentlemen. Phil, how are you?
Thank you for having me. I'm good. It's been a long week.
It's been a long week for sure.
It's been a long life.
Oh, that's definite. That's definite. We just came back from Eco 202 midterm, getting absolutely put through the ringer by our amazing professor, Olga Denislamova. Shout out.
The GOAT.
Absolutely.
Not shout out to the exam, though.
Not shout out to the exam, but definitely shout out to the professor. Phil tried to pull some tricks in the first midterm to try to swindle his grade a little bit.
Yo, it wasn't any tricks. I just I did very poorly. I don't know if I want to broadcast how poorly I did, but I did pretty poorly. So I tried to, what's it called? Use my language to my advantage.
That's right.
Yeah. That sounds horrible, but basically I just talked in Russian. So
what are we gonna be talking about today? I want to cover a few things. I want to cover obviously the frats. I don't know how many stories you could tell, but I think a lot of people want to know about that.
okay.
I want to talk about wrestling, your busted up knee. How's that doing, by the way?
It's pretty good. It's busted, but pretty good.
Always, but my brother's knee, not doing well. He was born with like a bad knee. Everyone I know, Tarek Harney, shout out to Tarek's been getting a bad knee. Everyone I feel is getting a bad knee.
It builds character.
I agree.
Bad knees.
Bad knees build character. That's true. That's a good point. Sorry, what's the name of your frat?
Aepi.
Aepi.
Yeah. Some
What?
Greek letters.
Okay. What is it? What is it in English?
Alpha, epsilon, pi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Should have known that.
Did that help?
Yeah, that was great. What do you guys get up to? What do you guys stand for?
I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's just a community. I feel like I think I could kind of go from that question, like, why did I join, I guess.
That's fair.
I don't know. I feel like U of T in general just kind of lacks community in a sense. I was blessed in the sense that I was at Vic, which is beautiful community, great people. Everyone talks to each other. Very welcoming, great crowd, right? But you know, I came from the U.S., very predominantly Jewish city and area. And I kind of came here and I realized that I didn't know any Jewish people here. So the second that I found out that there was a Jewish fraternity, I kind of pounced at the idea. And I'm glad I did. Great guys. Those are going to be my brothers for life. Not literally in the sense of blood, but figuratively.
The figurative brothers. You got to have brothers in life. Brotherhood's a very important thing. I don't think enough people talk about how important it is to have good friends around you, you know?
Yeah.
Especially for, I mean, that kind of community, you tie it into a religion, that's completely different level that a lot of people don't really get to connect with.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not that religious.
No.
I think just culturally, I'd say I'm very Jewish. Eat a lot of good food. You know, I celebrate some of the holidays. But that's a big part of me, and I will say that's a very big part of my identity. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice that I found people that I mesh with, and could still be, you know, can still show and embrace my Jewish identity here.
Jewish, Bostonian, and Russian speaker.
Yeah.
How does that happen? How does those three things mix?
So basically, a guy and a girl really like each other, and then but my parents are both from St. Petersburg, and then they moved here, met here. Met in Boston, and then, you know, stuff happened, and then I arose from the flames.
Phil spawned.
Yeah, I spawned literally. No, but I think to go back to the community thing, because I think that's a big part of why I feel like U of T is, you know, not necessarily the most liked place on this planet.
That's fair.
You know, it's a great city, great school. You know, the parents are going to enjoy looking at the rankings and being like, yeah, this place is popping. But at the end of the day, you see you go to Robarts Commons on a Saturday, and it's like packed.
Yeah.
And you just wonder, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Grinding. That's what I'm doing, you know?
Speaking of grind, wrestling. Last year it was a mess. You didn't do it.
Yeah, no, I didn't do it last year. That was because of my knee, you know, the bum knee.
We had, so just for everyone at home, I met Phil on the floor of Margaret Addison Hall, floor 2. We met on the same floor. That's how we know each other. We did a bracket. We did a fight bracket. I don't know if you remember this.
Yeah, that was absolutely, can I swear?
Sure.
That was some absolute bullshit, bro. That was some of the biggest bullshit I've ever seen.
We did a fight bracket. I made the seeds. A lot of people were uncomfortable with the seeding that I picked. I thought it was completely fair. Anyways, me and Phil met in round 2 of the fight bracket.
Yeah.
He beat me. So pretty much we set up people on our floor, everyone 1 against 1, who would win in a fight, and had people on our floor vote for the winners in each round.
And then we had them fight to the death in the basement. No.
Not a real fight. We didn't actually have a fight bracket. Fight bracket is in who do other people think would win. That's all it was.
It's all fantasy.
Pretty much, basically. So me and Phil met in round 2. I got beat in the vote 5-4. But that was also taking into account him with a hurt knee. Phil with a hurt knee whooped my ass 5-4 in the vote. So
it should have been 9-0.
He's the real deal. He's the real deal. I almost think that wrestling is probably a better skill to have than like boxing or just fighting straight up.
I don't know. Yo, this is a big controversial actually question. It's like, you know, you go on the MMA Reddit subreddit.
I don't use Reddit.
Yeah, well, you're a great guy. I just exposed myself as an absolute loser. But it's a big argument of like, yo, what's the best thing for a street fight? Is it wrestling? Is it BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or is it like, boxing? And at the end of the day, dude, boxing, I mean, you learn how to punch people well. I feel like in the realm of a street fight, that's probably going to be the best move. But if you want to get it done quick and easy, I think wrestling and avoid any serious damage. I personally think wrestling is the best preparation. I'm a pacifist. I don't want to punch some dudes. Yo, I'd rather just pick them up by their legs and drop them real quick.
That's fair.
But I'm a pacifist. I've never been in a fight.
Never been in a fight.
Not in a street fight.
Okay, that's fair. That's actually a good thing. But I took karate for 4 years.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Pause. I have a point to this. Took karate for 4 years. A main lesson that our sensei taught us was 90% of fights end on the ground. So if boxers end up on the ground in the street, what are you going to do? You slip?
Yeah.
Slip a jab? That's not going to work. Wrestling's key. Wrestling's key. And obviously I get a lot of practice just because I have a brother. But, I mean, a lot of brothers get practice, but not to the degree that a varsity athlete does.
No, that must be some, No, that's some good practice. I mean, all the best wrestlers in, for example, like NCAA is actually, this is a good point, are like brothers. Because, you know, you always have some guy to beat up
Practice
in the basement, sweaty,
intimate. Do you have siblings?
I do. I have a younger sister.
Younger sister, any wrestling? No.
No, I would not let her wrestle.
That's fair.
She runs.
She runs?
She's like the opposite of me.
Younger sister?
I love her. She's the best, yeah. But in most ways, she's the opposite of me.
How old is she?
15.
Okay. So still not like Aden's got a 7-year-old sister. It's like you still got a friendship with her. It's not like just like a baby sister type thing.
Nah, we're gang.
That's nice. I know varsity athletes, some of them only take 4 courses. Are you taking 4 or are you taking 5 full load?
Nah, we go beast mode.
Full load?
Full load.
Do you have scheduled workouts? Because when we're at Gold Ring, we You get booted out from the top floor for all these teams. Is wrestling up there?
Actually, no. And this is some.
So you guys aren't that important.
This is me voicing my qualms against U of T, man. So there's a tier system for varsity sports: tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Like you got your powerhouses, football. I think basketball, maybe volleyball. I don't know, but they're all tier 1. And tier 1 gets you some nice perks, some nice amenities. You get lifting hours at Gold Ring Reserved, which is really nice. Beautiful area. What else do you get? Well, whatever. You just get treated nicely.
That's fair.
And wrestling's a tier 3 sport. And so we don't get lifting hours. We're kind of like the back of the bunch, I guess.
I see. Along with cheer team.
Not cheer actually?
I don't know what cheer team is. Do they get lifting hours? I wouldn't think that I don't think cheer gets lifting hours.
You never know.
You never know, maybe.
Dude, that sport, actually, cheerleading, dude, that sport takes some strength.
I believe it. They get up there, they do those pyramids. I wouldn't be able to do that.
I'm just scared of heights.
I saw Krishna do a pyramid. Oh my God, I got an email on my headphones. I saw Krishna do a pyramid in one of his friends' posts. He was down right in the middle. Absolute beast strength. You know what I'm talking about? He doesn't know how I know that.
Wait, actually?
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait, put that up there. Put it up there.
Get it on the screen. I don't think we can do it. We'll do an edit. We'll do a cut. Yeah. Here's Krishna under a pyramid of people in India. One summer's night.
Just the normal. Oh, sorry. Just the normal Tuesday.
Yeah.
Your average Tuesday, yeah. No, but the schedule is crazy, bro. I think, sometimes U of T, I love wrestling, and I forever will. There's moments, it's just like a woman or a man or whatever. You love her. I love wrestling through thick and thin, but sometimes, you love her a little less.
That's fair. I hear you say it. Sometimes it's...
Feelings change.
Feelings change?
But the thing is...
but you always come back to it.
Yeah, I always come back to it. I've had some major injuries. I always come back to it. And this year has been tough, especially coming back from my last knee surgery. I feel like I wasn't in the right place. I've come to realize that really a lot of it is the mental game.
That's fair.
Because my knee, it's fine. It'll manage. But my head, that's what needs work.
Are you worried about the concussions? Or are you just a low IQ individual?
Maybe a little bit. No. I'm not worried about. No, I just mean preparing yourself, mentally preparing yourself for wrestling or any sport, getting your head in the game.
Yeah.
Recently, I've just been freaking out before tournaments for no reason, and not being very confident in myself when I should be. So that's also part of training, just building that back.
That's true. Yeah. If you had to give any advice to building mental strength, whether it's wrestling or just honestly anything athletic, what would you say?
Dude, honestly, I can't give very nice advice other than this point. Just explore yourself.
Explore yourself.
I feel like sometimes I feel like I was it's gonna sound like some crazy Joe Rogan psychedelic shit. But I find myself to be very critical of myself most of the time. But sometimes, you just gotta explore your own beauty, your own inner beauty, your skills. Highlight them. I don't know. Remember that you're a good person, and good people still do stupid things.
That's fair. Are you a good person?
Inherently, probably.
Probably.
No, I like to think that I'm a good person, but I'm not one to say.
I would externally call you a good person, but at the end of the day...
Wait, finish your thought.
Let me finish my thought. Yeah. Do you judge people's, I guess, how good a person is on their action or their intent? This is a question I've asked a lot of people. It usually gets mixed answers. Both?
No, it has to be both.
I guess.
Because yeah, obviously, like I can intend to be a good person and then just not be a good person.
Well, okay, no, let's say. Okay, I'll give you this example. There is a rich guy, a celebrity. He donates $100,000 to charity, but the only reason he's doing it is for the good publicity. Is this a person, a good person? Like, he doesn't care at all about the charity. He just likes the publicity, whatever, the tax cuts, whatever comes with it. Is this person a good person because they did something very good? That's no doubt. They did an amazing thing.
Yeah.
The intent behind it wasn't as good as the act, let's say. So is it intent or is it action?
Honestly, I don't think you can even just close it down to those two things. Because I think this all the time, actually. You know the TikTok, fuck me, dude, I hate these guys. The dudes on TikTok who like film themselves, like whole Instagram account, whole TikTok accounts or Instagram accounts will be them filming themselves giving money to people, or like, and they'll have millions of followers based off of basically being this, I guess, street Ellen DeGeneres, or no, Ellen DeGeneres.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Mr. Beast. Yeah,
I think Mr. Beast, he got a lot of flack for. He did a video where he cured like 1,000 people's blindness. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, with the glasses thing? I didn't see
I don't think it was glasses. It was like a surgery.
Oh, it was a surgery?
It was a surgery. He paid for like 1,000 people's surgery to fix their vision.
Respect.
But yeah, he got flack for it because people were saying, oh, you're exploiting these guys. I don't think that's...
No, it's not exploitation.
I don't think it's exploitation at all. I think he did a really good thing, and that's just that's charity.
The thing. Like, I don't know what his... Listen, I don't know Mr. Beast. None of us do, you know?
We haven't met Mr. Beast, no.
And in all honesty, no one knows Mr. Beast except for Mr. Beast. I'm never going to be able to come to this dude and have him actually honestly tell me if he's just doing it for the memes and for the clicks and to be like a billionaire and promote his little chocolates. or he's actually a good guy. I'd like to hope that he's a good guy. I'd like to think that everyone's a good person. But it's kind of hard to think that when, you know, you go on TikTok, just to cycle back to those TikTok fuckers. And these dudes will literally be exposed for just, you know, like not giving money to actual people, or filming stuff and then not actually going and, you know, doing what they said they were gonna do, give money to these people. How many endless GoFundMes have you heard of where they've been set up for someone in need, and then they just, like, the person who set it up just takes it all?
I swear that's every single GoFundMe that's ever existed.
True.
Like, I don't know, man. There's too many bad stories about that.
So the intention is good. Like, they intended to be a good person, but their actions spoke otherwise. But at the same time, if I film myself, if I build a platform off of myself just doing good deeds and filming myself doing good deeds, I'd say I'm a good person. I'd say that they're a good person. But at the same time, there's bad apples that are tainting that industry, that are getting exposed for pretending to be good people and not actually, you know, helping others.
That's fair. No, that's completely fair. It's like you said, it's not a black and white thing. Yeah. It's a mix of everything. I think about this stuff a lot. We go deep.
I actually have a question for you now.
Let's go for it.
So let's say you meet someone who's suffering from an addiction, right? I don't know if I should make this comedic or not. But let's just say you meet someone, this guy really likes to drink, for example. And you buy him a beer. Are you a good person? Because he really likes that beer. You know, he would. That's a great thing. I personally, if someone bought me a beer, I'd be happy. But are you supporting him as a person, or are you just further, enabling his addiction?
That's a good question. And I think, just first thoughts, without analyzing the issue too much, I think first thoughts, it depends on my relationship with the person.
Okay.
If it were a family member and I went and I bought them a beer, I would think that'd be enabling if they actually had an issue. If it was someone who was very close to me, someone I cared about, I think that would be a bad thing to do because I'd feel at least some sense of responsibility to help them with their problem. If it was someone I didn't care about, like Krishna over here behind the camera.
Yeah, dude, Krishna, this guy.
And if he was suffering from an addiction, like alcohol. Okay, obviously Krishna's not a good example. I care about Krishna, okay?
Yeah.
Just for the cameras, okay? All of the Kumar family back at home listening to this podcast. I care about Krishna a lot. No, but if it was some random dude who I was like acquaintances with, then no, I don't think that me. I wouldn't say that me buying him a beer would be a bad thing. It's a small gesture. That's a good question, man. I would, yeah.
Yo, ponder over this. Kids at home.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't think I would do it either way.
Yeah.
But I think it would be more of an innocent act if it was someone who I didn't have a close relationship with.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
No, because I just thought of that. I was thinking that because there is one TikTok video guy that does good deeds that I actually do like, and it's this guy in Boston actually, and he drives around Boston at night, and he gives care packages where it's whatever, like a sandwich, some water, a couple beers, and a joint, and and some cash, obviously. But this guy I know, he knows what's up. Like, I personally, if I got that care package, I'd be ecstatic.
That's a good day.
But I see that guy, and I've seen him explain his reasoning, his intentions. And I can understand that. He has good intentions, and he's trying to make other people happy. He's not trying to be this bigger man and view I guess homeless people as just beneath us. Go Boston.
Go Boston. We'll circle back. Okay, wait. You know what? Before we go into that, Boston. The Bruins right now, I don't follow basketball. I don't know how the Celtics are doing. How are the Celtics doing?
Number 1, bro.
Are they?
Number 1.
Ahead of the Raptors?
Yeah, Christian's shaking his head. Bro, the Raptors suck.
That is not 2019. Don't forget 2019.
Sorry, what year is it? The people in my Eco 225 class think it's 2025, but it's actually 2023. But
4 years ago, we got a guy named Kawhi Leonard who carried our team to the finals. And if Kawhi stayed, we'd be 5-time defending champions.
Yeah,
without a doubt in my mind. Coming from someone who doesn't watch basketball, I just know this is a fact.
Yeah.
But back to hockey. Do you watch the Bruins?
No.
You don't watch the Bruins?
I've never watched a hockey game.
Okay, you should. Yeah, you have. You haven't come to one of mine. You gotta come.
I always have exams or some shiz.
You gotta watch a game in Canada, a hockey game in Canada. That's like peak experience. Go to an NHL game. They're expensive as hell, but
Nah, it might be worth it. My grandpa always wanted to take me to one.
Yeah. Very good.
Great guy.
Shout out to Phil's grandpa.
Shout out.
Okay, I got some questions.
Yeah, what's
We're gonna circle back to the frat. You answer all that you can. I don't know what's confidential here. I personally, I don't go to frats. That's not my thing. I don't judge people who do. I just personally, that's not my personality. That's not the environment.
Not respect.
I usually put myself in. Is it any different than house parties? Is it the same thing? What is different from a frat party to a house party?
Dude, it's just a glorified house party, honestly. I personally am not a, I enjoy the process more than I do maybe the execution of it. Like frat parties was like Frosh Week. That was a big part of, first month, 2 months of school. After that, other than mine, I haven't been back. But I love the process of setting them up, organizing them. Because it's honestly, people would be surprised. This is going to sound so stupid. But there's a lot of work that needs to be put in to make a good party. Project X, I don't know if people have seen that movie. I haven't. I just know the premise. But, a lot of organization. And that part's fun, you know. You're just like a bunch of degenerates sitting in a circle. I'm one of those degenerates, discussing, themes, how many prices, sponsors, the whole shindig.
Do you ever get any flack at the door from people not wanting to pay?
Oh yeah, yo, I was one of those dudes. I wouldn't pay. I would give the bouncer shit. So I understand. Yeah, there's always some great moments at the door. That's one of my favorite parts.
Do you got to pull up with your varsity backpack, scare them off?
Yo, dude, I speaking of the varsity backpack, I swore that I would never put that piece of garbage on my back until my old backpack ripped.
Bro,
I've had the same backpack since 8th grade, bro. And it finally ripped, and now I have to wear this garbage.
No, the varsity backpack obviously instantly makes you superior to everyone on campus.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at you from 10 feet above.
Exactly. I agree.
On the high horse.
It doesn't
Super high horse.
There's so many different sports. I swear every time I see a new sport. Pom-pom is a thing.
I was thinking about that the entire time.
Pom-pom team. I didn't know that was a thing.
Can we look that up? I don't know what that is.
Varsity pom-pom team. What's the difference between pom-pom and cheer?
Dude, I don't know what pom-pom is.
Pom-pom.
Sounds intriguing. Might be the move, though.
Pom-pom team. It's a rock band? I don't know. This is not a real thing. University of Toronto pom team. Instagram. Captains Christina Wolf and Sophie Balaki Sloan. Shout out to Christina and Sophie.
Wait, what does the Instagram show?
Captains of the pom team. I don't know. You want to see?
Yeah, let me peep.
Club night. I guess this is the.
This
is the team.
Oh, okay. Now this is starting to make more sense.
It's the same as cheerleading, no? Wow. It has to be.
It's really messed up of you to say that, man.
No, but
big difference.
There's gonna be a group of pom players. Are they players? I don't know. Dancers, pom athletes out there who are gonna get mad at this clip and be like, "Oh, it's different."
So.
It's different. Yeah. Okay.
You're a horrible person.
Phil's playing devil's advocate here, trying to defend the. I'm not saying anything bad about the pom team. Shout out to the captains. I'm serious, but I don't know what's the difference between pom and cheerleading. I don't think anybody does.
Yeah. No, everyone does. It's just you. Yo, shout out.
Big shout out. Okay, so back to the door. Do you ever get? Is it always singles? Do guys go there with their girlfriends to frat parties?
Yeah, dude. You'd be surprised.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know why people go in general. To be honest. No, it's a fun time. I'm lying a little bit when I say I don't understand why people go. It's a pretty fun time. But yeah, people go with their girlfriends. But there's the issue of, at the end of the day, a frat party is a business venture, like endeavor.
Yeah.
People charge at the door, so you gotta make that moolah.
That's right.
So yeah, you'll have quite the crowds. I'm trying to choose my words wisely.
Yeah, no, I get it. Is your price based on just what other frats are doing, or do you just go completely off yourselves?
I feel like everyone. There's a general price that everyone
general
charges.
Price.
It's like starts at 20 for dudes.
Yeah.
But then it climbs, and you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
There's some dudes are willing to spend exuberant amounts of money.
That's pretty wild. That's a good business to go into. What's different from the Jewish frat to any of these other frats?
Probably not much aside from the fact that we're Jewish.
There's that.
Yeah. I think that's it.
That's fair. And I guess you said this earlier, but how did you meet these guys?
Yo, shout out. I have never had so much fun shouting people. I've never said shout out so often. No, thanks to Iman. I don't know. She's from Vic. and my guy Ron Ulitsky. Brethren. She was talking about it. I was like, no way, there's a Jewish frat. So I like I said, I pounced at the idea, texted some people, rallied the troops, did some Zoom calls, important meetings.
Yeah. What was your initiation like? Is that what it's called? Initiation? Like a gang, right?
Like a gang?
You initiate someone into a gang. Same thing with a frat.
Yeah.
What'd you have to do?
I plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth. No worries. I had guys come up to me and Kat in tidy whities asking us to sign their briefs.
That's lit.
But they had to get a certain amount of signatures before the end of the night. So we both went and signed this guy's
Team
ass.
players.
No, I know, we had to. They were too nice. They're too nice to reject. They weren't weird. It was a group of like 4 of them in this sort of like
when was this?
last year, second semester.
Dude, must have been cold.
Oh, yeah. It was on Bloor Street.
Builds character again.
Exactly.
Yo, shout out the Russian bathhouse in Mississauga. Speaking of building character in tidy whities, yo, if you want the experience of a lifetime, hit up the Russian bathhouse in Mississauga. I forgot what it's called.
What is it?
Dude, it's just I don't know if this is safe for work.
Okay, hold on.
But basically, no, it's a beautiful experience. It's a spa in a sense. There's half of it is like a Russian restaurant, and then the other half is basically it's like a hangout zone for older Russian men.
Nice.
And whoever wants.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of saunas, a couple steam rooms, cold plunge, jacuzzi, some showers. But basically, I went there to lose weight for wrestling, to cut weight for wrestling, and it was the experience of a lifetime. You just get butt naked. They give you a robe, but come on, yeah, it builds character again.
It does
like
build character.
You just walk around, you go from sauna to the cold plunge, to the sauna to the cold plunge, and it's ethereal, bro.
Where is it?
Mississauga.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called. But it's actually weird. Saunas are insane.
I've been in them.
Saunas are the best. I'm very passionate about saunas.
You're passionate about empty saunas with other people? What do you like?
No, I honestly... Okay, funny sauna story, actually. So...
this is going to be great.
You just got me down the deepest rabbit hole.
This is going to be great.
Back home, I went to the YMCA with my wrestling coach. And, to warm up, we would stretch in the steam room. But we were too lazy to, undress, so we would just do it fully clothed. And, walk in, we're starting to stretch, sweating balls. And as per usual, you'll see at least, 2-3 naked old Russian dudes at every sauna you go to. It might be bumfuck Idaho, and you'll still see it's always there. And so the rule is just don't make eye contact and don't look at their, dinglings.
Yeah.
But I'm stretching, and I'm doing my loops, whatever. And I look around, and I'm like, yo, this guy kind of looks familiar. One of these old dudes. And I look up, break my one rule. And it's my great-grandpa sitting butt-ass naked in the sauna of the YMCA while I'm there stretching. This guy, first of all, he's obese. He's 98 now. This was 3 years ago. More. This was 4 years ago. Nah, he's pushing it, though.
He's still kicking?
Yeah, he's more than kicking.
Shout out Phil's great-grandpa, still kicking.
Yeah. Kicking hard.
You dap him up?
What's
up, Great G? Do you speak Russian to your grandparents?
I'm just ignoring. I don't ignore.
He dapped him up in Russian.
Yeah, I did talk. I talked to my family in Russian. It's nice. Highly recommend learning a language that most people don't speak because it's nice. to have a secret language.
That's a good point. Does your sister know Russian?
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, wait. Sorry, that's kind of obvious. Did you learn English and Russian at the same time?
No, I learned Russian first.
Russian first.
Yeah, I was in ESL for a while. ESL or ELL. I don't know what you guys call it here.
What's that?
Like English language learning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Back home it's ELL. So I was in there until second grade. Because I didn't speak English literally until first, second grade. My mom put me in a English daycare or preschool. The core idea that I was going to learn English. I met these other two Russian kids, and we just only talked in Russian. So we were like, we were the outliers of the preschool.
My first language was Spanish, and my dad's Mexican. My first language was Spanish. As a baby, little baby Carter Ponce out there speaking Spanish, and then the babysitter I had complained to my parents because I would be trying to communicate with her in Spanish, and she's like, I don't know what he wants. I don't know if he needs to eat or go to the washroom. I don't know how she couldn't learn like 4 Spanish words. I was a baby. I couldn't have known that much. So basically, my parents started speaking English, and I lost all my Spanish, which is
that really sucks.
Detrimental, actually.
Have you tried? I just apologize to the mic, bro. That just goes to say how tired I am. Have you tried picking it up again? Because I feel like it must be. It probably is easier for you to pick it up again and learn it than it is for others.
I'll hit up Duolingo every once in a while.
Dude, Duolingo.
Duolingo's great.
That shit sucks.
Dude, if you actually keep up with it, it's good. I went on a 100.
Yeah, that's the thing. Keep up. Yeah, it's hard.
What? You gotta learn a whole language.
What?
You have to learn a language. Obviously, it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy.
Nah, I want the Elon Musk thing where they just put it in your head.
The brain chip. But no, I did Duolingo for like almost 4 months and then just had to drop it. I don't know anything. But I do, obviously, because I speak French, it's an easier transition from French to Spanish.
Wait, do you actually speak French?
Fluent French.
What the hell?
Bro, how do you not know this? U of T is the first English school I've ever gone to.
Wait, that is weird that I didn't know that.
We'd get in trouble in elementary school for speaking English.
No way.
Dude, you get Christian knows. He'd get in trouble for speaking Hindi at his school.
Actually?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I don't know. They really just try to force it into your head so many times. Me and my boys would get in shit for speaking English. It was so jokes, but it helped me learn, obviously. And now 2 years out of the system, I've basically forgotten everything. So it's not everything. I can still speak French. It's just sometimes I'll be in the middle of a conversation. I was in Montreal with Kat. I was ordering my food and I had to pause. I was just like, I don't know this word. There's just words that go missing in my brain. Yeah. And it's super
that's
sad.
our language.
It's super sad. But yeah.
It's all the drinking and smoking that you've been doing.
That's right. That's me.
No,
that's why.
Yeah, just want to say that Carter is a beautiful, sober man, which I have the utmost respect for.
I'm going to ask you this question. If you could snap your fingers and never have a desire for any of that sort of stuff.
No, I'm already answering no.
How? Why?
Because I think it's just part of life.
It's part of life.
I'm not saying I do anything, because I don't. I'm a sober man. But life is all about experiences. I'm not gonna live in this, this box my entire life.
That was good.
Thanks.
I like that. Good
job. It's sometimes it's nice to step out of the norm. And if people want to try drugs, as long as it's not hurting them more than it is benefiting them, it's cool.
Is it what I believe it is? I think that there's a confusion. There's a blurred line between pleasure and happiness when people are taking drugs. I think people are looking for happiness. The drugs all they give is pleasure. It's in that moment. I don't know. It doesn't.
True.
That's why I'm kind of surprised that you said no to that. Because I don't even. That's the thing. I don't have the desire. I'm not. There are people out there who's very hard for them to not start taking this stuff because, they see the rappers do it. They see all these guys do it. It looks fun, parties, all this stuff. I have absolutely zero desire. I feel like people would want that I'll ask you an easier question. If you could snap your fingers and instantly find all unhealthy food disgusting, would you do that?
No.
That is actually a good question. That made me rethink my own answer.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I'm a human, right?
You are a human.
I am a human.
You are a human.
Thankfully. Hey, you never know.
Could be a machine.
But wouldn't you rather just, instead of being born, let's say you're born with this handout of being this absolute, I don't know wait, sorry, my mom's calling me, I think. But, let's say you're born with this handout of finding, unhealthy food gross. You never want to eat unhealthy food, for example. Or you never want to try drugs, for example. Well, yeah, it is my mom, actually.
Get Mama Amitan on the pod.
Yeah, we can get that going.
Shout out to Phil's mom.
Shout out. But wouldn't you want to strive to be a better person and just work on yourself? I feel like one of those douchebag philosophy psychology podcasters. No, but I just think basically what I'm trying to say is personally I'd rather fight for it than just be born with it. Like, I'd rather not eat unhealthy food because I told my brain that I don't want to eat unhealthy food rather than my brain telling me what to do. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying. You like the challenge.
Yeah.
You like the chat because that's fair because it takes zero effort for me to not do drugs or to not drink. But
so you know what that means?
What does that mean?
It's time to fight your brain.
It's time to fight my brain.
Time to fight your brain.
I don't think my mom's gonna be too happy with that.
Yeah. No, drugs are bad though in general.
My mom is the biggest anti-drug advocate there is. Like to this day, even when I'm here telling how I don't do it and I'm actually starting to share my opinions on it with other people, she still will drill me just to make sure I know, don't do drugs. If you do drugs, you're going to ruin my life, all this stuff, which is, for some people, I feel like that wouldn't work. For some kids, they rebel and they're like, nah, I'm going to ignore my parents.
Nah, we're both mama's boys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that everyone at this table at least has a certain respect for the rules that are placed on them in that regard, at least.
Especially Krishna.
Yeah, especially Krishna. Krishna's a mama's boy for sure. But yeah, no, she was very clear, and yeah, my brother and I both never touched any of that. We don't drink. I mean, not to say that I won't drink in the future. I don't think I'm that guy. Like, because when I was 14, and all my friends would drink, my reasoning to myself was, I'm underage, it's illegal, I don't want to break the law, But I just gotten to the point where it's like I'm just one of those guys that don't drink, and it's not that a lot of people are gonna sound like, oh, you're anti-fun, which, like I said, I've never been drunk. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do know that I'm not bored enough with life right now that I don't need to go searching for other stuff. And
also, I 1,000,000% respect that. I think that's a great. Honestly, it's great values and what's the right word? I guess mindset. I don't know. But I'm just glad that you're not one of the dudes that's like I think everyone knows this person that, stays sober and then just like parades around you, like putting it in your face that they're sober and like kind of making you feel like making you feel like a douchebag.
No, I know what you mean.
I don't like getting drunk. I think, I grew up with the culture of, and I think this is a big issue with the U.S. and Canada. This is why I'm bringing it up. That, I grew up with this culture of drinking from a young age, where I'm not gonna incriminate anyone, but let's just say, couple sips at the table, whatever. it's been a part of my life for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, same way that my Italian friends, if they were crying too much as babies, the mom would put a little wine in their, milk, in their baby's milk. But here I feel like the issue is that the drinking culture is this idea of binging and repeating. Whereas, to cycle back to the sauna idea, like ideally, you're taking shots of cold vodka in between every couple of sauna rounds. And it's not so much to get drunk. It's like, bro, you're sitting around with your guys, again, naked. Keyword, naked.
Have to be naked.
Have to be. And it's just nice. It brings people together. But I agree with you that everyone should be able to have fun sober. And once you kind of realize that you can't, once you realize that the alcohol is what's running your world, your mind, it's time to rethink your decisions.
It's definitely a culture thing too, because I know, like in Europe, obviously all the ages are younger, but I know a dude who he's from the UK. He came here, and he said, I understand why the age limit is so much higher here. You guys drink like in crazy, like the way you guys drink doesn't compare to the way the Europeans drink.
Yeah,
it's different. It's a completely different culture. And I know people who drink in moderation. I'm not saying I'm anti-alcohol. That's my personal, decision. I'm just saying that, like you said, when people start letting it run their life, and it can get out of hand, and if you ever need, if it gets to the point where you're like, I'm having a tough day, I'm going to go home and have a drink, that's where you got to watch it.
No, honestly, I disagree with that.
You disagree with that?
No, I feel that, after a nice, I was having this, the entire time that I was cutting weight, first of all, in all honesty, I don't drink much.
Yeah.
But, just not a fan. But I do enjoy a nice cold beer. I want to sound like a dad. But the entire time I was cutting weight, I had this vision of myself during the summer mowing the lawn, and then I like one of those the stereotypical movie cliche, like take your shirt off, you're like sweaty, and and you go in and just a nice cold glass of beer is waiting for you. That's a good reward.
Glass of beer.
Pint? I don't know.
That's fair.
So I don't know. I think, beer's been here longer than water. Kind of. Not really.
Is
not
that
at
true?
all.
I don't know if that's true.
So yeah, I think that's different. I preferably only drink beer. That's just for taste, really.
That's fair. Beer for taste.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a hot take. I don't know. I don't know what anything is, but
I've reached dude, that's when you know you're old. I've reached the age or the point where I think I've because at the end of the day, dude, alcohol tastes so gross. Like you reach the point of where you convince yourself that it's good. Like you force yourself to. If anyone listens to Drain Gang, they know what I'm talking about. You listen to Blade long enough, you'll like him. But like first 20 times you listen to him, you're gonna hate him. That 21st time is where it all changes. So that's where it changed for me. Like last year, I realized, yeah, beer's yummy. You should try. I'll bring it actually next time.
I've tried beer.
No, not beer.
What?
Kvass. It's I don't know who thought of this, bro, but
You're good.
no, it's just weird texture. It's a fermented bread drink, but it's not non-alcoholic. So it's
fermented bread drink.
Yeah, dude, it's Russian, Ukrainian. I like the Ukrainian ones a lot more. It's bread, water, yeast, honey, or sugar. Just let it sit.
You get drunk off that?
Nah, it's not alcoholic.
Oh, it's not alcoholic. Okay.
But you just get like stale bread, and you make a drink out of stale bread.
That's weird.
It's good as hell.
That's
though.
super Russian. That is super Russin.
Hey, builds character.
Exactly.
Yo, that's the slogan. I'm
Boss.
taking you guys to the Russian bathhouse. Actually, now that I brought it up, you guys are coming. Southwestern? It's called the Southwestern Bathhouse.
Might have to hit it up. Field trip.
Nah, we're going, bro.
Boys field trip.
Naked.
Only guys? Did you say it's a guys thing or
So
girls there too?
no, there's girls. There's nights where it's guys only though.
I see.
But here's the thing: you have to go naked. Cause I was. Can I say this or is this weird?
Nah, go.
Is this gonna make me seem like a really weird person? Cause I've been going to saunas my entire life. Like I've had a sauna. My dad, it's a requirement. He has to have a sauna in every house that we've lived in. And it's the whole point is it's a relaxing thing, very healthy, and the whole point is you're trying to like rejuvenate your body, open up your pores, get the toxins out. So, that place down there also needs some cleansing. So, you gotta go bare. But some people don't respect that.
I understand the importance. You make a very good point. I feel like you're conveying your point pretty concisely here of just everyone must be nude. But here's the thing.
Put it like that, when you put it like that, that's gross.
Here's my thing is that in hockey as kids, you'd have the guys who go shower, pants off, underwear off, ass out, everything out, just loose.
Yeah.
They don't care. It's like it's okay. It's the boys. No one's really creeping on anything. But I don't know, man. I was not that guy. I was not the guy showering naked with the other dudes. I
agree. I used to be like you. But the thing is, I don't know, like this year, I guess, last 2 years. Actually, I would say this year. At the end of the day, it's just because we're all self-conscious slightly. No,
I don't think it's self-consciousness.
Why do you think people don't want to? Then why aren't people like walking around with their dicks out?
Bro, it's not a normal thing.
No, but
why is no one out naked on St. George Street right now?
No, but that's understandable. That's the social norm.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying in a locker room environment. What's making you feel uncomfortable? Is it not you just personally finding it?
Maybe.
The gist of it is be proud of your body. Don't be afraid to go naked in the sauna.
With the old Russian men and Phil's grandpa.
Yes, great. Great grandpa. Let those pores open up. Rejuvenate your body. Southwestern Bathhouse. Mississauga. This is an ad.
Sponsored by Southwestern. You got any final thoughts for us, Phil? We'll close it out.
I did actually have a thought. I'm trying to put it back in my head. Oh yeah, salad bars are gross, and don't eat at them. Thank you.
Salad bars are gross.
Yes.
Burwash?
No, just in general. It's just unsanitary and it's gross.
That's a good take.
Buffets.
I don't mess with it. I'm not down with salad bars either. So I respect it. I respect the take. Salad, I'll do Caesar salad only. I'm not a big salad guy either.
Dude, but those tongs, man.
Touched by a lot of people. But I mean,
some people don't wash their hands.
Is that what you're worried about? You're worried about the germs?
Yeah. Just the nastiness of it.
Germs on everything.
Yeah, but dude, different germs.
Salad germs.
I'm like I don't know, I like to keep my hands clean. I don't fuck with the salad bars though. I builds character. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Yo, bless.
Appreciate your time.
Hopefully I will not be arrested or something after this.
Canceled. Everyone, thanks for listening. First episode, VoV. And we will catch you on the next one.
Thank you.
Peace out.
Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you, Krishna. Yeah, producer Krishna.
Dude, that was really fun.
That was good.